Earth and Ashes by Atiq Rahimi. Atiq Rahimi, a highly skilled Afghan writer and director, was born on February 26, 1962 in Kabul, Afghanistan. His works often reflect the intricate relationship between individuals and society amidst the turmoil of war and the impact of conflict. This unique narrative style had earned him widespread acclaim, notably winning the Prix Goncourt in 2008. He is renowned for his works such as The Patient Stone and Earth and Ashes. Rahimi is also celebrated as an author who masterfully conveys the harsh realities of life through art and literature imbued with profound meaning.
Yasin, a young boy who is deaf because of an explosion. He is naive. He does not actually know how to become a deaf child. This strong year, you are in the role-play of this character. You go along with Yasin, then leave him at Cordia's store. You continue your path to the coal mine to see your son, Murad. Murad, a father of Yasin, a son of the Dongir, who is sentenced for 6 months. Then, when he gains freedom, he goes to work at coal mine. He sometimes arrives in the mine of the Dongir. Zainab, a mother of Yasin, she lives in the house. Sometimes, she appears naked in the Dongir's illusion. Mr. Kadir, shopkeeper, a kind man who provides a cup of water and food to Yasin as well as he pours tea for you. Sharma, a driver of truck who will send passengers to the coal mine. Jacob and his son. Jacob's son adventured to Murad's wife, so Murad attacks him with a spade. The servant, an unnamed man who told the truth to the donkey, that Mujahideen destroys his family. He also promises you to give a box of novel to Murad.
Plot summary 1. Wrath and Griefs. The story opened with Dastaki mourning the death of his wife, who was killed in a bombing. The narrative delved into his memory of their life together, filled with love and warmth, now overshadowed by griefs. This loss is a central theme that drives Dastaki's action and emotion throughout the novella. 2. The journey begins. Following his wife's death, Dastaki embarked on a journey to find Murad, who had joined the resistance. This journey symbolized his search for connection and meaning in the aftermath of tragedy. The physical journey reflects his internal struggle to come to terms with his loss. 3. Reflection on war. As Dastaki travels, he reflects on the impact of war on his life and the lives of those around him. He encounters ruin and bereavement of families destroyed by violence, which deepens his sense of hopelessness. His reflections serve as a critique of the senselessness of war and its devastating consequences. 4. Contrasting environment. Dastaki's experience in the city starkly contrasts with his memory of rural life. The bustling city is filled with noise and chaos, representing the broader societal collapse due to conflict. Dastaki struggles to navigate this environment while holding on to memory of a peaceful past.
5. The search for Murad. Dastaki's quest to find his son becomes increasingly urgent as he grapples with the fear of losing Murad to the violence that surrounds them. The father-son relationship is central to the narrative, highlighting the generational divide and differing response to the war. 6. Philosophical musing. Throughout the novella, Dastaki's thoughts delve into profound philosophical questions about existence, suffering, and the nature of humanity. His introspection reveals a deep sense of despair but also a glimmer of hope for understanding and connection. 7. Confronting reality, Dostoevsky learns that the reality of war may prevent him from fighting Murat. This realization forced him to confront the fragility of life and the inevitability of loss. The weight of this knowledge leads him to question the purpose of his journey. 8. The climax. The climax of the story arrives when Dostoevsky realizes that the search for Murat may be in vain. He faced the harsh truth that the consequences of war have irrevocably altered their lives. This moment of acceptance signifies a turning point in his emotional journey. 9. Resolution and acceptance. The novella concludes with Dostoevsky finding a sense of peace amid chaos. While he may not find his son, he comes to terms with the grief and the reality of war. His acceptance signifies resilience and the human capacity to endure even in the face of overwhelming loss.
Themes. The impact of war. The novella vividly portrays the devastating effect of war on individuals, families, and communities. It highlights the physical and emotional scars left by violence, grief, and loss. Dostoevsky's journey is rooted in his profound sense of loss, which resonates with anyone who has experienced the death of the loved one. The narrative explores the universal nature of grief and the process of mourning. Family and connection. The father-son relationships serves as a focal point, illustrating the bonds that can be strained or strengthened in times of crisis. Dostoevsky's search for mentor symbolizes the desire for connection and amid chaos. Philosophical reflection. The narrative prompts readers to ponder deeper questions about existence, morality, and the human condition, particularly in the context of suffering. Conclusion. Earth and Ashes is a moving exploration of love, loss, and the human spirit's resilience in the face of tragedy. Atiq Rahimi masterfully intertwines personal grief with the broader implications of war, creating a powerful narrative that lingers in the minds of the reader. Through Dostoevsky's journey, the novella captures the essence of what it means to endure and seek meaning in a world marred by conflict.
Today, we will have interesting questions about the story Earth and Ashes. Let's start look at the first question. How was the story of Mirza Shahid's sons remind Dostoevsky about his son Murat in the end of the story Earth and Ashes? In the novella Earth and Ashes by Atiq Rahimi, the stories of Mirza Shahid's son serves as a painful reminder for Dostoevsky of his own son Murat. At the end of the story, Dostoevsky is overwhelmed by the tragic fate of his family. Mirza Shahid's sons had been killed in the war, which mirrors the loss Dostoevsky is grappling with. Murat too has been deeply affected by the violence of war. Throughout the novella, Dostoevsky travels to deliver the news to Murat that the rest of their family has been killed in the Soviet attack on their village. The story of Mirza Shahid's sons, who died without achieving anything, reinforces Dostoevsky's growing despair over the cycle of war, death, and loss that he and so many others endure. The reminders of Mirza Shahid's sons make Dostoevsky reflect on Murat's potential fate, either physically or emotionally destroyed by the war. It strengthens the sense of helplessness and grief that runs through Dostoevsky's mind, as he feared that Murat, like Mirza Shahid's sons, may be another victim of the endless violence. This connection intensifies Dostoevsky's sorrow and highlights the tragic consequences of the war on Afghan families. Let's move on to talk about interesting question on the second. They ask about in the story of Earth and Ashes, the scenes where Yasin thinks everyone on Earth is milk. What does this show about this story? In The Earth and Ashes by Atiq Rahimi, the scenes where Yassin, Dastaki's grandson, believes that everyone on Earth is male is deeply symbolic and significant to this story. Yassin lost his hearing during a Soviet attack, but because he doesn't fully understand his condition, he thinks that others around him are males, rather than realizing that he himself is deaf. This misperception deflects the broader theme of trauma, isolation, and the breakdown of communication in the face of war. Yassin's belief that everyone is male serves as a metaphor for the silence and helplessness experienced by those affected by the horror of war. It highlights how war not only destroys lives but also silences voice, rendering people unable to express their pain, grief, or even hope. That scene underscores the devastating effects of war on both individuals and entire communities, cutting them off from one another, just as Yassin is cut off from the world through his deafness. Additionally, Yassin's innocence and inability to understand his own condition represent the vulnerabilities of children and the next generation in war. It shows how deeply conflicts and can distort realities and impair basic human connection, leaving individuals trapped in their own perception and sufferings. Ultimately, the scenes emphasize the emotional and psychological cost of war, where communication, both literal and symbolic, is shattered, leaving people isolated in their grief and pain.